Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Anda bersama kami di Malaysia Decides edisi Rabu 26 Oktober. Saya Razi Ahmad.
Dan saya Handy Gui.
Di Malaysia Decides kami bawakan kepada anda setiap perincian yang harus ditubuhkan menjelang pilihan raya umum ke-15. Bersama pakar-pakar tempatan. Semua ini anda boleh tonton di Saluran 122 Astro dan MYTV.
Dan anda juga boleh dapatkan di semua platform media sosial kami di Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok dan jangan lupa anda juga boleh layari laman web rasmi kami di tvstv.my.
Baik, sebelum ni Handy, kita pernah menjemput Dato Abdullah Saidul, Dato Seri Dr. Sim Kuihian dan juga Dato John Sikitayai masing-masing mewakili parti komponen gabungan Parti Sarawak iaitu PBB, SUPP dan PRS, di mana mereka telah berkongsi aspirasi parti masing-masing dalam menempuh pilihan raya umum ke-15 di bawah gagasan GPS.
Dan pada hari ini, kita akan mendengar pula tentang aspirasi parti komponen keempat GPS, Parti Demokratik Progresif PDP.
Dan siapa lagi orang yang lebih tepat untuk berbincang mengenai perkara ini kalau tak lain tak bukan Presiden Parti PDP, Dato Seri Tiong King Sing.
Selamat datang, Dato Seri.
Terima kasih kerana sudi datang ke studio TVS dan bertemu bual bersama dengan kami hari ini.
Terima kasih atas jemputan.
Okay, Dato Seri, without further ado, let's jump into the first question.
Okay.
Okay, can you tell us the preparation of PDP in facing the PRU, especially in your own parliament, Dato Seri, in Bintulu, and also the other three seats that will be contested, Baram, Masgading and Sartok?
And on the preparation on the PRU-15, I think our party, all the four seats we have been contested in this PRU-15, we are working together with all the gabungan GPS, other party together like PRS, PBB or SUPP. We have discussed and how to move forward, how we are looking at the present grassroots issue and all this and that, how we can achieve better result on this coming PRU. We had a very clear understanding with all the components together.
Sejauh mana Datuk Seri yakin PDP boleh menang keempat-empat kerusi parlimen yang ditandingi pagi ini?
If you talk about in politics, you need to work hard. You tak boleh kata take it too ransom or too lightly. Even though your seat can become the dangerous seat if we don't work together and we did not work hard on the work very hard on the ground. Because in politics, tidak pernah kata you have safe selling vessel on the constituency mana-mana kita bertanding. So we are trying our best, work hard, and to capture all the seat back for these four seats we are under PDP.
So, Dato Seri, how about the two new calon for PDP for Masgading and Sartok? What do they bring to the table, and how can they ensure that they can win these seats back from the opposition?
Because, for example, like Masgading, and then our President Adut from Tasibilu, Dato Henry Chinik have tried his best to bring around our new candidate for Parliament to move around on the constituency in Tasibiru and also Opa. And also our Seratok, same thing also our Friday, our YB Friday, bring along our candidate in a kawasan to bring around the Seratok kawasan who have three dun, one Karaka, Kabong and Kriang. So far, I understand on the ground they are work very well for both constituency. They are working together with other components together, had a better, very clear understanding with each other, work as a team to move around.
So, Dato, the election is coming up. But if you remember the previous state election last year, the voter turnout rate was quite low because of the COVID-19 restrictions and whatnot. So, with the additional voters and easing of COVID-19 restrictions, do you think there will be more voters coming out this time around? And more specifically, to expand on that question, how can we attract these voters to support the government?
Well, very important that there's COVID, no doubt, pandemic COVID now is still have, even though new variant are coming out. I think you can see that Singapore, we have been newly attacked by the new variant, and also this issue we need to handle it well, and to make sure everybody, even the coming out to vote, is as long as you follow the SOP, you know, maybe during voting days, to take the precaution that then you wear the mask, and at least there is a little of protection over yourself. And also on this issue on the government, how they can support the government, all this, I think the most important, whether you are a new candidate or already as an incumbent, most important, you need to work hard on the ground, show your sincerity, and to serve the people. Of course, now politics, you cannot do it at the 11th hour or the last minute. The people want to see how you perform. That is the most important. And then you make sure, do your best, try your best to deliver what the people needs. Of course, you cannot do 100%. You need to do what you can. Then you need to get this your service to attract the people to support you. You cannot just say we go through social media and to do the promoting and all this. Now the people mindset has changed a bit. They are more towards looking at what you can do for the community, what you can help the development of the surrounding. What they need and looking for. I think that is most important. Then I feel this is my personal view, that this will be the better attraction. Instead of you go through social media, you go through go through what we call using the TikTok or this. I think sometimes people just maybe have fun over it, because now TikTok before the normal one, the people sing and enjoying it okay, but the people now on the ground want to elect you, become the representative. They want to see what you can do. That one most important. This is my personal view on it.
Yeah. Speaking about social media, TikTok and all that, this general election, we're going to have a lot more young voters coming out to vote because of the implementation of the Undi 18 for the first time in the general election. So how would PDP answer the challenge of Undi 18, and what are the steps being taken by PDP to attract these young voters?
Yeah, that's why I told all the candidates, they must move on the ground earlier, cannot at the last minute as again. Election PRU, you run on the clock, then only he coming out to surface himself. I think now the scenario on the grassroots is totally, their mindset is changed. They want to see, as I just now mentioned earlier, they want to see how your performance, whether you can do it better for them, or you can't perform. Because this one, young generation, I think more or less the same. As I say, we need to get touch with the younger generation, to understand the need, to give them the hope. Don't give them the empty promises or empty hope. I think now the younger generation, they want to see the progress, and then also outstanding issues, whether being able to resolve or not being able to resolve. This is what the younger generation, I feel, the basic, this is what they are looking at.
Yeah. is PDP utilizing or employing the use of social media liberally to attract?
Social media definitely, I think our people using it also, but most important on the ground, as I mentioned again, highlight again, on the ground, make sure you'll be able to perform. I think if you will be able to perform and do your best to serve people, that is much better than the social media. I think through the mouth of the people to passing around the message, I think that is more effective and more efficient for your services on the ground.
Okay, thank you, Dato Sri. Before we move on with our conversation, we have prepared a capsule for your viewing pleasure, and this time it's for Parlimen Bintulu. Enjoy.
Metu Ulau, nama asal bagi kawasan yang kini dikenali sebagai hub minyak dan gas asli Sarawak dengan sebahagian besar ekonominya berasaskan industri petroleum dan gas asli. Penemuan sumber alam ini membawa kepada letusan sektor-sektor lain menjadikan kawasan ini pusat pertumbuhan perindustrian pesat di Sarawak. Di peringkat persekutuan, kawasan yang telah diisytihar bahagian ke-9 Sarawak pada tahun 1987 ini terdiri daripada Dun Jepak, Tanjung Batu, Kemenak dan Samalaju. Ini P217 Bintulu. Parlimen Bintulu merangkumi kawasan-kawasan dalam bahagian Bintulu iaitu daerah Bintulu, Tatau dan Sebau serta bahagian Miri merangkumi kawasan dalam daerah Subis. 5 penggal diterajui Dato Seri Tiong King Sing. Kawasan ini pernah menjadi kubu kuat BN sejak 1999 di mana sehingga PRU-15 beliau masih mewakili BN untuk kerusi Bintulu sebelum seterusnya mewakili GPS pada 2020. Pertandingan kelimanya pada PRU-15 memperlihatkan beliau penyandang kawasan dicabar oleh 2 lagi calon iaitu Tony Chiu Chan Yu daripada DAP dan Ching Lia Ping daripada Star tewas dengan masing-masing memperoleh 20,054 undi dan 328 undi. Beliau yang juga ahli perniagaan ini bukan hanya wakil rakyat di peringkat persekutuan, juga merupakan ahli Dewan Undangan Negeri ADUN bagi N52 Dudong. Dari Bintulu ke Jepak atau sebaliknya menggunakan jalan air menyeberangi Sungai Kemenak ini mengambil masa lebih kurang 3 minit sahaja kerana lebar sungai ini kurang daripada 2 km. Sudah ada jalan darat dan ini mengambil masa lebih kurang 30 minit. Bayangkan terpaksa meredah perjalanan setengah jam untuk destinasi yang boleh dicapai kurang daripada 10 minit. Cabaran ini nanti bakal menjadi lipatan sejarah dengan siapnya jambatan Bintulu Jepak merentasi Kuala Kemenak ini kelak. Jambatan jenis kabel stage sepanjang 1.2 km ini merangkumi skop pembinaan 4 lorong 2 hala dengan keseluruhan panjang termasuk jambatan ialah 3.5 km lengkap dengan jejambat ke persimpangan lalu lintas Jalan Tun Ahmad Zaidi, Jalan Tun Razak dan Jalan Abang Galau. Setakat tinjauan kru TVS pada Mei 2022, progres bagi jambatan ini ialah 39.16%. Siapnya jambatan ini kelak akan membuka peluang pembangunan untuk rakyat Jepak dengan pembinaan perumahan mampu milik serta bangunan-bangunan komersial menerusi pembangunan semula bandar Bintulu Fasa 1 Jepak, memangkin pelaburan di Tanjung Kidurong dan Taman Perindustrian Samalaju serta menambah baik sosioekonomi penduduk di kedua-dua belah arah sungai. Perjalanan ke airport Bintulu juga menjadi lebih dekat. Yang menggunakan jalan utama ke Bandar Bintulu ketika ini iaitu sekitar Jun 2022 pastinya melihat pembangunan yang sedang giat dijalankan di sana ketika ini. Ya, ini adalah projek flyover Jalan Medan Jaya Tun Hussein On. Projek bernilai 137.7 juta ringgit ini melibatkan pembinaan sebuah flyover 4 lorong 2 hala, termasuk kerja menaik taraf Jalan Tun Hussein On kepada 8 lorong 2 hala, Jalan Kidurong kepada 6 lorong 2 hala, 2 persimpangan berlampu isyarat Medan Jaya dan Taman Tinggi dan lain-lain kerja pemasangan. Dengan progres 2.04% setakat Jun 2022, jalan ini nanti bakal menguraikan trafik di kawasan sekitar yang tercetus susulan pembangunan pesat di Bandar Bintulu ini, merangsang perkembangan ekonomi setempat, menjimatkan masa perjalanan dari 30 minit kepada 15 minit dari Taman Tinggi ke pusat bandaraya, selain menjadikan perjalanan yang lebih selesa dan selamat untuk semua. Projek-projek pembangunan sebegini malah banyak lagi yang dilaksanakan, terutama di kawasan pesat membangun seperti Bintulu ini, ada kesannya. Ini termasuklah bencana banjir kilat yang sering berlaku di beberapa kawasan di Bintulu seperti di Kampung Asyakirin yang dapat kita lihat pembinaannya ketika ini, Kampung Kemunting, Jalan Sibiu dan Nyabau High, terutama ketika musim hujan. Susulan isu yang sering diutarakan masyarakat ini, 8 projek bernilai 50 juta ringgit telah dilaksana untuk membangunkan semula sistem perparitan di kampung-kampung berkenaan dengan kerja-kerja pembinaan dapat dilihat sedang rancak dilakukan bermula tahun 2020. Peruntukan ini merupakan sebahagian peruntukan bernilai 200 juta ringgit dalam rancangan Malaysia ke-12 bagi menangani masalah banjir di Bintulu dalam tempoh 5 tahun dengan kerjasama jawatan kuasa khas terdiri daripada Lembaga Kemajuan Bintulu BDA, Unit Perancang Ekonomi Negeri EPU, Jabatan Ketua Menteri dan Jabatan Pengairan dan Saliran JPS. Dengan pelaksanaan projek-projek pembangunan bagi membangkit sektor perindustrian di kawasan ini, Bintulu kini bukan sahaja akan diingati sebagai hub gas asli dan minyak di Sarawak, kerana pembinaan loji metanol pertama seumpamanya di negeri ini sudah pun mula dibina sejak 2019 sebagai salah satu usaha mempelbagai ekonomi dalam industri petrokimia bernilai tambah tinggi seperti metanol. Ledakan pembangunan Bintulu yang kedua setelah yang pertama terjadi di antara tahun 70 hingga 80-an akan menyaksikan lebih banyak peluang-peluang pekerjaan tersedia untuk rakyat di Parlimen P217 Bintulu.
Now, there you have it, our capsule on P217 Bintulu, the Parliament constituency of our guest today, Dato Sri Tiong Sing. So, moving on with our discussion today. Dato Sri, a lot of the young voters, they are like maybe they're less interested in voting. Maybe among the reasons are the lack of knowledge to choose the calon yang betul. So, in your opinion, Dato Sri, what is the best way to convince these young voters to vote rationally in terms of spreading the correct information so that they can understand the purpose of voting?
I think these are talking about the young generation for the age of 18 just started to vote by this round PRU-15. But of course, to the young generation, this 18 years old, this is the first time we tested on the ground. A lot of, as what you have been mentioned, a lot of people, they are still not interested on this voting or this and that. Then we might move forward to have more engagement with them and then let them to understand why you need to vote and then why they need to support the government. This is very important. We need to channel through the proper information to them. We must have the proper material to let them to understand. Supporting, you need to vote it rationally, and most important, you need to highlight to them why you need to vote to support the government and the present government, what have been done for the people, like in our Sarawak. We need to let them to understand. Of course, through this, the government side also must play the role to send out the correct material and all this, especially just like our TV Sarawak, might have more information and sending out our state government now at the moment, what have been done for the people, what have assisted the people on the ground, all this, all kinds of information we may channel through, make them to understand. It may not be 100% all this younger generation will understand, but we should do it by stages. Maybe this one PRU still not so many coming out. I think near future, it will have a slowly against through the mouth of the younger generation, telling them what they have been achieved. You know, when they come out to vote on it, I think slowly it will be more and more younger generation will come out.
Ya. Datuk Seri, selesai saja PRU-15 nanti, sekiranya GPS menang, dan kemudiannya bersidangnya Dewan Rakyat, bagaimana GPS ataupun PDP boleh membawa suara rakyat Sarawak supaya lebih didengari di Dewan Rakyat?
Memang kalau kita menang dalam PRU ini, kalau kita punya, let's say is our PDP, kita ada 4 orang, termasuk saya sendirilah. Kalau kita menang, kita mesti dapat bawa isu-isu berkenaan di bawah kawasan masing-masing, ataupun masalah Sarawak, kita akan soalkan dalam parlimen. Kita minta diambil perhatian dan tindakan diteruskan untuk kepentingan rakyat semua.
Right. And bukan saja suara rakyat yang kita nak didengari, tetapi kita juga mahukan kesejahteraan dan juga sosial ekonomi yang baik untuk rakyat. Jadi, bolehkah Datuk Seri kupas sedikit tentang usaha dan kerja PDP di kawasan kubu kuat PDP selama ini?
Kita bukan kerja kuat saja, kita mestilah mau memahami bahawa punya pembangunan, isu pembangunan ataupun welfare ataupun kepentingan rakyat semua, kita mesti mau ambil tahu. Dan lepas tu dari sana kita mesti, dalam Dewan kita mesti mau ada satu cadangan dalam perbahasan dan minta kerajaan berkesetuan ambil tindakan diterusnya dan menselesaikan isu-isu berkenaan. Dan pembangunan memang dalam ekonomi itu semua kita mestilah mau dijaga, terutama sekali dia economic direction for the people of the country. That is very important.
Right.
Okay, now Dato Seri, under your leadership, PDP has shown that it's very proactive and close to people's hearts. For instance, natural disasters like flood, like banjir, you are there for the people. So is that your secret ingredient to win these people's heart? Referring back to the capsule tadi.
No, this one I should say, because we as whether you are the Tun or you are the Parliament, when you are, that should be your duty. You should go down to understand the people problem, where is the problem come from. Kita mesti dah mau cari jalan kasih menselesaikan isu-isu berkenaan. Contoh, macam saya biar kawasan Tudong, kita memang selalu, terutama sekali bila Pakung buka dia gate, itu air akan melintangkan kawasan Tudong. Masalahnya, we must understand the problem where they coming from. Because this issue have been over 10 tahun lah. So, kita kemungkinan apa kita kesilapan dulu, we must make sure this time we should take it seriously on the ground to understand it, and then the dredging might be going on. Because there is a siltation over the Rajang River and Ikan River Matu. Because kalau kita tiada di dredge itu sungai, macam mana kita nak discharge itu air? Because you must have somewhere to discharge the water. That is why Pakun bila dia buka dia metek or they our global climate being changed. Kalau the volume of the rain, hujan punya air volume have been increased. Kalau kita tidak ada the way of to discharge the water in time, definitely akan banjir. Dulu saya tinggal di kawasan ini. Kita di kawasan Nanang itu, saya duduk sana, saya masih budak lagi sekolah, jarang kita ada air. Only after there is a heavy activity, timber extraction activity going on in the upper string, then slowly we can see there is a banjir coming in once in a while. Then of course now atas punya bila you ada logging activity all this, then they merge semua masuk sungai, then the sungai become siltation. That's why Panji is very, drastically happening in Cebu area.
Yeah, Dato Sri, talking about the challenges you face in your parliamentary areas, I want to talk about the challenges that Sarawak faces as a whole for the past few years. As we know, Sarawak has a lot of federal projects getting cancelled by the previous elected government. And you've been very vocal and outspoken about this issue. Now that the general election is coming right up, how do you see this issue moving forward?
No, that is why we need to explain to the people. We should not be attracted by the sweet talk. Macam serupa macam kita bercinta punya masa, laki kadang-kadang pergi sweet talk to the perempuan, towards the end they found out that is not the real thing what is happening. That is why on the this project or this, we are in the earlier we have been rancang a lot of project during the time is a Barisan Nasional. Of course, the pemangkang try to make use of the people punya power to rampas the kuasa so that they can become a government. That's why everybody can see 22 months inside there. They don't do much, but they're cancelling here and there the project. Even though the interest of the people punya paling mustahadnya so-called project rakyat, dia pun kasi cancel. Yeah? Even though last time they even had thinking of to cancel part of the Pemborneo, but there is a strong objection by us in the parliament. Then only the Sabah side, they have been slowed down. Towards today, until today, the Pemborneo punya Pemborneo project in Sabah belum lagi, a lot of phases belum lagi mula. That is why all this during election, I would like to urge all the people, bukan young generation saja, all the generation, we must really to analyze things before you made the decision. It should not be just a sweet talk by the pemangkang, and the pemangkang can janji wonders, but towards the end, when they came in, they don't know how to become a government, but they know how to abuse his power to show people that they are very powerful. So the people towards the end is suffering.
It's the actions that matter, not the words.
Yes.
Now, Dato Sri, still on the topic on the welfare of the people, can you share with us the challenges the party face in providing services to the people, and how has the response been like so far?
This one, the talking about servicing to the people, or this, I think everybody, whoever are the politician or representing in the kawasan masing-masing, they must do the best to serve the people.
Yes.
You see, that is most important, to understand the needs of the people or the welfare. Then only we can do better for the people.
Right.
So now, okay, let's talk about PDP's aspiration going into the future, yeah? So before that, I want to touch a little on the understanding and unity between the component parties in the GPS coalition. How is it, and is it in line with PDP's aspiration?
Yeah, of course, that is what we have been all the time looking forward. We must have, we have 4 parties become the gabungan of the GPS. We have a very clear and understanding, as we mentioned, that we must have, after the system, we must have a consensus and power sharing. And then try to understand each other problem, and then try to coming in to assist each other and doing the best for the sake of the people and the Sarawak needs.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Dato Sri. We are nearing the end of our discussion, but before that, we would like to take a short break, but don't go anywhere because we'll be showing you the capsule on Parliament Beluran. Enjoy.
Nama beluran diambil sempena nama bukit yang menjadi landmark bagi pekan ini, iaitu dalam bahasa dusun, labuk, sungai dan tidong yang disebut buludan. Pertukaran nama berlaku setelah salah sebutan dan ejaan dalam surat menyurat oleh warga Inggeris yang tidak fasih menyebut perkataan dalam bahasa tempatan, menyebabkan buludan menjadi beluran dan kekal sehingga kini. Sebuah kawasan yang mempunyai 3 dun di bawahnya, Dun Telupit, Dun Sugut dan Dun Labuk. Ini dia P183 Beluran. Keluasan Parlimen Beluran ialah 7,448 km persegi dan menempatkan seramai 101,066 orang penduduk yang terdiri daripada pelbagai etnik seperti Tidong, orang sungai, Kadazan Dusun dan Suluk. Sumber ekonomi bagi kawasan Beluran adalah bergantung kepada sektor peladangan, pertanian, perikanan serta kaki tangan kerajaan dan swasta, di mana hasil utama untuk kawasan ini ialah kelapa sawit dan sumber laut. PRU-15 Parlimen Beluran menyaksikan perlawanan 6 penjuru di antara calon dari Barisan Nasional BN, Parti Cinta Sabah PCS, Parti Harapan Rakyat Sabah HR, Parti Warisan Sabah Warisan, Parti Perpaduan Rakyat Sabah PPRS serta calon bebas. Walaupun banyak persaingan, Dato' Ronald Kiandi berjaya mempertahankan kerusi Parlimen Beluran dan menang selesa dengan meraih majoriti undian sebanyak 7,115. Parlimen Beluran telah diwakili oleh Datuk Seri Dr. Ronald Kiandi sejak tahun 1999 lagi. Kerjaya politiknya bermula pada tahun 1991 sebagai Setiausaha Agong Angkatan Keadilan Rakyat atau AKAR dan seterusnya menyertai UMNO pada tahun 1999. Beliau pernah memegang jawatan sebagai Timbalan Speaker Dewan Rakyat pada tahun 2008 hingga 2018 dan kini Datuk Seri Dr. Ronald Kiandi menjawat jawatan sebagai Menteri Pertanian dan Industri Makanan.
Itulah dia sedikit bingkisan mengenai Parlimen Beluran. Kita sekarang ini bersama dengan Dato' Seri Tiong di dalam studio dan kita tadi berbincang mengenai aspirasi Parti PDP bergerak ke harapan menuju ke PRU-15. Baik Dato' tadi ada menjawab sedikit mengenai kerjasama dan perpaduan di dalam GPS. Now Dato' Seri, what are the issues that PDP will focus on in the next 5 years?
I think our party will be focused on the people interest and the welfare and the economic growth for the country.
I would like to touch on the economic growth. How important do you think is economic growth?
I think economic growth is very important for the people, especially for the country. At the moment, I can say that we should be very sad to see for the last 10 years, especially the recent 5 years, we have totally lost the direction of for the interest of the country, how to move forward. And then we are just, especially from opposition, keep always talking about corruption. I think this is in the way we are sending out the message to the whole world that our Malaysia is very corrupted. You see, just like other countries, they're never talking about corruption and all that. If you have evidence and proof, you just go and arrest the person. No point to keep on sending the message to the whole world. We are a very corrupted country. Then all over the investor, who dare to come to Malaysia to invest? Who dare to come to work with our Malaysian? Because they feel that we are too corrupted. And then we never have a proper planning how to move our economy growth for the country. I think this is very important, especially our opposition keep on no agenda. They keep on talking about corruption, but the opposition they must look at themselves. Certain state is ruled by them, whether they corrupted or not. They should know themselves better, and whether on the 22 months they are corrupted or not, I think the court know. So no point keep on continue mention that. Hopefully after this PRU, we should more concentrate on the people first. Just like we Sarawak say Sarawak first, we must really plan for the nation how to bring the economy to another era, and we can make the economy prosperous for the nation, and then the people life living can be upgraded. They can be have the better, better living
Right.
standard for their family.
Dato Sri, do you think the position of Timbalan Perdana Menteri, it's a very prominent position in Malaysia, and it would add a lot of prestige. What do you think of the voices who say that the Timbalan Perdana Menteri position should come from Sarawak and Sabah each, and specifically do you think that this will benefit Sarawak?
To me, this issue actually we have been on and off. I keep on highlighting. We don't need to be limited one Timbalan Perdana Menteri. I say Thailand have, even though have 10 or 15 Timbalan Perdana Menteri before. At this moment, we see that after this PRU, they have given to have the Sabah one, Sarawak one, maybe Semenanjung there is one. But to me, this is called power sharing together. But at the same time, I really want to urge also, after the PRU, they should look at not only Sarawak one, Sabah one, we should give one to the Chinese and one maybe to the Indian. At least people can feel that we are together.
Equally represented. And to have a development of the nation to be together as a team. And we must, looking forward, we say Keluarga Malaysia, we must really feel that is a Keluarga Malaysia. Right.
If all the Timbalan Perdana Menteri all belong to one race, I think it's not good enough. Maybe certain must give it to the Iban, maybe like Sabah, they can give it to Kerazan, something like that. Work it out more harmonious and perpaduan for the sake of the nation.
Right.
Right, thank you, Dato Sri. Right,
Thank you.
before we move on with the discussion, we're going to take a short break, but in the meantime, let us watch a capsule on the Igan Parliamentary Constituency. Enjoy.
Terima kasih, Cik. Kalau Mukah terkenal dengan terendak, Igan terkenal dengan pipus daro, makanan tradisi masyarakat Melanau di sini. Masyarakat Melanau beragama Islam adalah majoriti penduduk mendiami Parlimen Igan, diikuti Iban dengan lebih 80 buah rumah panjang ada di Daro dan Jemoreng. Seterusnya, Cina yang sebahagian besar menjalankan aktiviti perniagaan di kawasan komersial. Parlimen Igan terletak dalam bahagian Mukah, Sibu dan Sarike. Jadi, nak ke bandar-bandar utama, Sibu dan Mukah jadi pilihan yang ketika ini dihubungkan dengan khidmat feri. Tapi sedikit masa lagi, khidmat feri ini akan tinggal sejarah. Pembangunan pesat dijangka untuk P207 Igan. Parlimen Igan diwakili oleh nama baru yang tidak asing dalam kalangan penduduk di Daro kerana lahir dan membesar di sini. Tuan Ahmad Joni Zawawi. Walaupun calon baru mewakili BN pada PRU-15, pelibatan dalam pelbagai aktiviti politik dan kemasyarakatan bermula sejak tahun 2000 apabila memegang jawatan setiausaha PBB Cawangan Jemoreng dan membantu penyandang Parlimen Igan sebelum ini iaitu Dato Abdul Wahab Dola. Bapa kepada 3 orang anak ini pernah berkhidmat dalam perkhidmatan awam selama 14 tahun sebelum seterusnya memegang beberapa jawatan dalam sektor swasta dan dilantik pengerusi Lembaga Indah Water Consortium Sendirian Berhad sejak 2020. Kemenangan Ahmad Joni pada PRU-15 dengan undi majoriti 8,495 menewaskan calon amanah Andri Zulkarnain Hamdan mengukuhkan kubu kuat BN di kerusi ini yang belum pernah jatuh ke tangan pembangkang sejak parlimen ini mula diciptakan daripada Kuala Rajang pada 2008. Kawasan Igan dipisahkan dengan dua sungai yang besar iaitu Batang Igan dan Muara Lasa. Jalan darat menghubungkan Daro dengan Mukah dipisahkan oleh Batang Igan, manakala jalan Daro ke Sibu dipisahkan oleh Muara Lasa. Ketika ini, kedua-dua jalan ini terpaksa bergantung dengan perkhidmatan feri untuk menyambung perjalanan darat. Kedua-dua pangkalan feri, pertamanya di Batang Igan, perjalanan dari Mukah ke Daro kalau ikutkan kurang daripada 100 km. Namun, perjalanan terpaksa mengambil masa kira-kira 2 jam kerana perlu berbaris untuk menggunakan feri Batang Igan. Jambatan Batang Igan, jambatan ikonik menghubungkan Matu Daro ke Mukah. Projek jambatan sepanjang 1.4 km ini merangkumi pembinaan jalan 7 sepanjang 4.1 km dari kedua-dua belah arah, bakal dilengkapi dengan 23 tiang dan kabel, menara pusat serta lampu di sepanjang jambatan. Bukan sahaja memudah serta mempercepat perjalanan penduduk, tapi meningkatkan lagi sumber ekonomi melalui penjualan hasil pertanian dan perikanan keluar kawasan. Manakala manfaat yang sama bakal dikecapi oleh rakyat apabila siapnya jambatan Muara Lasa, jambatan kedua terpanjang di Sarawak selepas jambatan Batang Lupar. Bukan sahaja akan menjadi penghubung jalan utama bagi kawasan pesisir, tapi juga mudahkan usaha selesaikan masalah air di Pulau Bruit, Daro dan Tanjung Manis kerana grid bekalan air utama jangka panjang bakal disambung melalui jambatan-jambatan yang salah satunya ialah jambatan Muara Lasa ini. Lebih jimat kerana tidak lagi menggunakan dasar laut dan sungai untuk grid bekalan air yang tinggi kosnya. Selain kemudahan asas air, kemudahan internet dan telekomunikasi di Parlimen Igan antara yang sudah menampakkan hasilnya melalui pelaksanaan inisiatif Pelan Digital Negara Jendela. Setakat suku pertama 2022, Parlimen Igan mencatatkan 74.16% liputan 4G di kawasan berpenduduk menerusi penyediaan jalur lebar mudah alih dan tetap, jalur lebar satelit serta pusat ekonomi digital keluarga Malaysia. Pentingnya kemudahan ini kepada rakyat salah satunya ialah untuk memudahkan urusan pengajaran dan pembelajaran di institusi pembelajaran kerana pembangunan sahsiah ialah fokus penting pembangunan di Parlimen Igan. Pembangunan sistem jalan raya serta jambatan yang semakin pesat saban hari pemangkin kepada pembangunan di Parlimen yang sebelum ini hanyalah sebuah kawasan hutan paya pernah dianggap sukar dibangunkan kerana terletak di kawasan delta sungai. Namun dengan apa yang dikecapi kini, pembangunan dari segenap aspek tidak lagi mustahil bagi rakyat di Parlimen P207 Igan.
And there you have it, a little sneak peek on what Igan Parliament constituency has to offer. Now, moving on with our discussion today. Dato Seri, just now we touched on the issues that PDP will focus on for the next 5 years. Now let's talk about what the party, what is the party's hope for the people for the next 5 years?
Yeah, our party hope that for the kawasan under development or especially the infrastructure hasn't been captured of, then we are targeting to have this area to be developed and infrastructure can go in, especially on our kawasan which we have the Wakil Rakyat. I want to make sure them to go down to the ground to understand the people problems and do our best to resolve the issue. Just like I mentioned just now in my kawasan Tudung area, there's long outstanding issue, the flood. We must find solution. If not, the people will get pissed off with us in near future if we don't do it. So I would like to thank also our Premier who understand the issue and then he doing his best to allocate the funding to do on this project. Now the project also have do the survey on the river, Igang River already, and then Rajang River coming out to do the survey. This is one of the example. This is a party really looking forward. Our Sarawak, all the area, especially our rural area, have more prosperous in very, very near future. Okay.
Alright, thank you Dato Seri.
Thank you.
Kita telah kehabisan masa ya. Terima kasih kerana sudi berkongsi sedikit buah fikiran dengan penonton Malaysia di Sites.
Terima kasih Dato Seri kerana sudi datang, meluangkan masa.
Sama-sama.
Segala perkembangan terutama mengenai PRU-15 anda boleh dapatkan di kesemua platform media sosial kami iaitu di Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube dan laman sesawang tvstv.my. Dan untuk carian pantas boleh tekan sahaja PRU-15 pada menu di sana. Dengan itu, saya Razi Ahmad.
Saya Hendy Gui. Sayang Malaysia, into Malaysia, #Malaysia Decides.
Yes.